Did we learn something? Ooh, that was bad. Why did it do that?
He needs some milk.
AI to kind of know what's happening, right? You already know the opponent's in stun. You already know you're on the ground as well. So you know you're not trying to recover. So you don't need a lot of the Ray cast. Ultimately, not only is this advanced model a way to make the policies better by having these discrete breakpoints, but also it makes training faster. Why don't I get into it? Let's do this thing. So I randomly initialized it right before the Get Good session, and so it doesn't really know what to do. But you see, though, it has very distinct policies. Like, as soon as I move past this dotted line, boom, the policy completely shifts, right? As soon as I move under the stage, it completely shifts as well. Same thing when I move into the safe area. And then when I move onto the ground, right? All these things are coming into play. When I put my opponent in stun, when I put them in actually I need to bring it up, into knockback, right? It's very distinct policies. And same thing if I add in a projectile, it completely changes it. All right, now that we have the base knowledge, let's get into training. And I think what I'm going to try to do to start is train recovery, but train it in those different circumstances. And I'm actually going to start with near the danger area, because I certainly wanted to know when it's about to die, like what to do. So why don't we start that? All right, so getting to the danger area will require us to use this spawning feature. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it near the top around here. And I'm going to need to do this on both sides, and I'll explain why in a second. But I'm going to put it near the top around here, turn spawning on. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to so when I spawn, it's just going to be at the top. I want to teach it to do the meteor drop, so down plus attack. Just in case there's someone underneath us, but also it moves downward fast, and it ensures that as we're moving down, if someone is trying to hit us from the bottom, we have a good chance of having priority depending on the attack they use, and we can actually hit them. So that's basically a good strategy. So again, you can press enter just to respawn, or on the controller I believe is the start button. But I use the keyboard. So we're going to practice. So essentially do this and then do the meteor drop. Something like that. Okay. That sounds good. So I'm going to turn data collection on, and then I'm going to just do that. I think that was good. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to move it across the other side as well and do it here. This will make sense soon, I promise. So I just want to practice it again. Okay, that's good. I shouldn't have died, but okay, I'll turn data collection on. Okay, cool. So I did it on both sides, and the reason I did it on both sides is because I'm gonna use the position relative on the map of my fighter, right? So it's gonna take the X and Y position of my fighter where it is close to the edges on the map, and so I need to show it on the left and right side, right? You'll see exactly what I'm referring to soon. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put it at the bottom of the map. Right here. Yeah, set the spawn point. And then, so when we respawn, I'm going to basically want to jump, do one of these bad boys. So I'll turn data on. Oh, I couldn't recover, but it wasn't bad. I still showed it to kind of go up. Hop into training config. Oh, I wanted to show it on both sides. It's all good. It's all good. I'll just show you guys what I was talking about. So, buckets, I'm only going to do near blast zone, right? That's the only thing I wanted to focus on. And I only wanted to focus on my positioning. So I'm going to click train model. Of course, you guys know, because it's this advanced model, it doesn't actually change what's happening basically on platform, on the ground. It's only going to change when we're near the blast zone. And this looks good. So when it's near the top, it's going to go down and attack. It's exactly what we showed it. And when it's at the bottom, this is also great. It's going to go up, increase some probability of jump. Don't know why it increased these probabilities. That was strange.
Wow.
But no, this is looking good. This is looking good. And then it doesn't know what to do at the sides, right? Yeah, this is funny because when I get closer to the top, on the side it goes down. When I get closer to the bottom, it goes up. It doesn't know to go in because I didn't show that yet. But what we can do is we can save here. And then that's what we can do as the next step. So I will hop into training over here. And I'm going to need to change something. I'm going to do data limit because you guys noticed that when I died, it took away a stock. But if you do data limit, then you have unlimited stocks. So I'm going to train over here. And I'm going to reset the spawn point. It's not going to be from there. Rather, it's going to be from the side over here. Yeah, I'll do that. And I'm just going to practice a bit, so I'm going to... Okay, I think basically what I wanted to do is when it's there, just to do that side kick, just because it covers a lot of ground like horizontally, just to get it into the safer place where it's easier to recover, and then it can do kind of the regular recovery. So I'm gonna do that. Turn data collection on. Okay, I did it. That was good. I'm gonna do it on the other side now. No, I was about to go into training config. It's like these reflexes. Okay, let's do it from this side. Set spawning point. Okay, I think I'm good. Turn it on. Cool, cool, cool. Hop into the training config. I do want to show you guys something cool, actually. If you use the simple model, you'll be used to it, but I still think it's cool to use it in the context of an artificial neural network. This concept of buckets. So, I'm going to see how this looks. I'll explain why in a second. So let's just see what happens here. Okay, so first thing you notice is that I also left data collection on when I was recovering on this side, right? But we don't want to train that, so we go into the buckets and we click near blast zone, and boom, this doesn't get updated. This is a major quality of life improvement, at least for me. Okay, but you see that this kind of didn't change as much as we'd like it. So what we can do is we can either ramp up learning rate, right? We can say learn faster, or we can ramp up epochs, so the number of iterations it does when learning. So I'll start with the epochs just to see how that goes. And it's learning quite well on both sides. And the key here is I don't want it to change what it previously learned too much. And so what we can do is we can ramp up these things called lambdas, which is basically saying how much you want it to remember of the previous thing. So you see, for example, if I ramp it up to 5, now this doesn't move as much, right? And that's key to solve something that we call catastrophic forgetting, which is the tendency for neural networks to override what they previously learned. But it didn't really learn much here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn lambda down a little bit. I'm going to turn the learning rate up, batch size down, and let's do this thing. Okay. Okay, this might be like one of these things where I have to like progressively build on it. Let me try oversampling actually. Nope. Okay, what I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna have to use a smaller lambda, and then we're just gonna have to reinforce the previous behavior. That's totally fine. Yeah, so now that's good, going this direction. As it gets to the bottom, Here it's going to the right, and at the top it still goes down. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to reinforce the top and bottom behavior. I'm going to save this because I like what it's doing at the side. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop into here, respawn it right at the top in the middle here. And I'm just going to set. Perfect. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go at the bottom and train it to go up. Okay, cool. So let us focus on near the blast zone. Again, I'm only going to focus on my positioning because really we don't care about raycasts, right? We're just trying to get into the quote-unquote safer areas, and then we can focus on raycasts. So I only care about my positioning, which is literally just the X and Y position on the map. Let's going to have Lambda be something decent. Alright, cool. So now the dominant action is up. Here it goes to the right, here it goes down, here it goes left. Okay, I'm feeling comfortable with that. And a quick save. We're just going to do two other things real quick, and then we're going to simulate. This might seem weird. I didn't train any combat, but we're going to simulate. I'm just going to train it how to recover from the side of the stage, and then under the stage. And then I'm going to simulate and just let it do random things on stage and see what happens if it's just able to recover. So this should be pretty quick. I think we've trained recovery enough that I don't have to really walk through it. That's fine. I was just showing it general behavior, so it's fine if it like didn't like technically make it there. That was not good. I held up and left. I don't know why I did that near the top. It's fine. It's fine. We're only going to train side of stage this time. We're going to focus on raycast distance and raycast type and how many recoveries we had remaining. I don't care about lambdas because this is the first time we're showing it something in this specific bucket. And let's see what it's able to learn. So if I put it here, it looks like it started learning. It looks like I'm going to need to be more aggressive in terms of how it learns. Yeah, okay, cool. Interesting. Why is it going to the right? Okay, here it looks good. Behavior is not as expected. Learning rate is still quite aggressive. I'm going to turn it down a bit more. Turn the batch size up a little bit. That's looking better. That's looking a lot better. Okay, I'm gonna quick save this, and you know what? Let's hop into simulation. Let's see what it can do. So I only trained it how to recover from the side and near the danger area. I'm curious to see what happens if it just takes random actions. Okay. Well then. The old bait and switch. That was so lucky. Okay, it's not dying so far. Okay, it did the meteor. Oh, it recovered. Okay, so so it doesn't know what to do on stage, so it like sometimes goes off stage, but it still knows how to get back. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Literally every time I say that, it dies. Not this time, not this time. Okay, so it's doing complete random stuff on stage. But recovering. Look at that thing. Okay, cool. So, did we learn something? Ooh, that was bad. Why did it do that?
He needs some milk.
Random actions. Oh, I used all its recoveries. That's why it wasn't able to recover. All right. Obviously not good. Let's improve on this. I just wanted to see like if it can do anything useful if we just train recovery. So let's actually train combat now. So I'm specifically